cars, buildings, roller coaster, content. That's where planes are born. Got some stuff to get inside right here. Lots of cars. That's where planes are born. One Arch McDonald's. What do you think of this?
It's crazy. They have coffee.
Whoa. The legendary One Arch McDonald's. It's legendary because it's less. Let's go. Please catch the rotating door. There we go. Oh, that is such a sweet cat.
I'll catch you later.
That is such a sweet cat. Oh.
If they were cheaper.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Hello everybody, what's cracking? And today we are going to be doing the TFCON recap. So without further ado, let's get into the recap. I'm just gonna put him here so that you've got something to look at. Yeah, TFCON was very fun. There were not as many people as last year, but there were still quite a few people there. It was super cool to talk to everyone that was there. Excuse me. All the dealers were really nice. Mostly fair prices. I did see a couple of prices that were like a little bit really, but you know, most of the prices were pretty fair. Some pretty good deals. Like for Celebrity Cast, we had Bob Budiansky and Simon Furman were there. So that was really cool to get to meet them. Aaron Archer was there again, so I got to see him for the second time. Gary Chalk and Ian James Corlett, they were there, which was really cool. I did talk to both of them. I talked to Ian James Corlett and Gary Chalk at their panel. I actually got something very hilarious happened with Gary Chalk. I had asked him what the transition was like between Beast Wars and Armada and how he changed his performance, and his answer was straight to the point and simple: monkey truck. So that was really funny. If a video of that clip ever gets posted online, then I'll be sure to leave it in the pinned comment. So that you can all see it, and I'll leave a timestamp as well. Yeah, no, lots of cool people were there. I also got to meet Stan Bush. Victor Caroli was also there, but I didn't meet him. I did see him, but I didn't talk to him. but I did talk to Stan Bush, so that was really cool. And yeah, I mean, like, I guess what you're all here for is to see the toys. So Cliffjumper was not part of the haul. He's just here so that you're not just looking at a wall. I got him a couple years back, so he's not part of the haul. He's just here. So that's, there's actually something for you guys to see. So I'm basically going to be showing this off, like, in order of how interesting each thing is, at least in my opinion. So we're going to start things off with this. So I picked up a very incomplete G1 Starscream for $5 at the convention. And this is really cool because this... Did you guys see that? This is really cool because this is like... The way that it's incomplete is very similar to how Emgo once talked about his childhood Starscream, and this is the exact condition that it was in. And this is actually the 2002 commemorative reissue, which was the one that he was reviewing when he mentioned that. So this is kind of neat. I'm probably still going to get some parts for him at some point, but I mean, he's displayable in robot mode like this. Like, it is distinguishable as Starscream, so you know what? I'm happy with it. Alright. Next thing to bring up. I did pick up a Sideburn. I've been looking for one of these for quite a while. Super glad I found this. I got it for $20. He's missing his accessories, but all of his panels are still on there, and he is in pretty good shape. He is very difficult to transform. I just want to point that out right away. And by the way, most of the things that are shown here should be getting reviews at some point. Hopefully everything gets reviewed at some point. Yeah, so yeah, I picked up a Sideburn, which does make me quite happy. And I mean, on that note, I guess it only makes sense that the next thing I bring up is that I got Xron. So yeah, I did find Xron, which is my favorite design of the Autobot brothers. So I'm super happy to have him. Got him for $35. He is complete. Yeah, this thing is great. Like, this thing, I'm definitely gonna review this thing. Because this is fantastic. If you don't have an Xron, buy it. It's such a unique experience, but it's also, like, a fun one. Like, he's actually a pretty simple transformation, despite, you know, the way that he looks. You wouldn't expect this to be simple to transform, but it actually really is. So yeah, I did get this. He also did come with his instructions, which is really cool. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about everything that I got, so I don't know why I keep repeating that. But anyways, for about $10, I got a Universe Sunstreaker. He is complete, and he's in very good condition, so I'm surprised he was only $10. This thing is fantastic. Every TFCON, there's usually, like, one thing that I just buy as, like, an impulse purchase because it's cheap. And the impulse purchase always ends up being, like, one of the best items of the haul. Sunstreaker is no exception. This is one of the best things I got at the con. And I just bought him because he was cheap. But yeah, no, this thing is superb. I definitely recommend this mold. I'd recommend the Sunstreaker version because I just really, really like the shade of yellow that they used on this. Like, it pops so well. But yeah, so he's super cool. Next up, for $5, you're probably noticing I found a lot of deals this year, which is great. He is missing a couple of parts, but I did get an Energon Megatron. He's missing his accessories, but he's also missing his horns, cannon, and landing gear right here. So I might 3D print the horns. No idea what I'm gonna do to get the cannon. Don't really care about the landing gear. So yeah, he's good, by the way. He's pretty good. I would say expect a review once I've at least got another cannon for him. that's when I think he's in a reviewable state. I just at least want to get that second cannon. And this is probably the most surprising price, for $2, the flight stand already came with a previous figure that I've had for a while, but I'm just using it so that he can actually stand up. You'll see why he needs it to stand in a minute, because for $2, I got a Generations Skybite. The reason he's $2 is because one of his panels is broken off, but it does hold on in the shark mode. It's this panel right here. And if you situate these fins right, it does also hold on in robot mode. And it's a pretty easy fix too. So, but other than that, he's in great condition. So like, I mean, I'm super happy to have gotten this thing. $2. $2 Skybite. So that's great. I'm super happy about that. For $5, I got a bag of knockoffs. There's a Motormaster in here that's like pretty cool. Anyways, just a bag of knockoffs. It's a bag with knockoffs in it. Not really much else to say. Then for $30, and this is one that I kept seeing at TFCON last year, but I never bit the bullet on it because the price was always like $200, $300. But for $30, he's missing the wings that go on his back, but that's okay. I can 3D print those. Let me raise up the camera here. I got a G16 Shot. This makes me so happy. Oh, I've been wanting a G16 Shot. This thing is great. I haven't turned him into all of his modes. I think what I've done for his modes so far is Robot, Beast, Car, Tank, Jet. I haven't done the gun mode yet. That's the only mode I still have to do. But yeah, I might get the Toy Hacks set for this guy because he's missing a lot of stickers, and again, I'm gonna have to... Skybite fell over. I'm gonna have to 3D print some wings. Get back up. Get back up. But yeah, no, this thing's great. Definitely, like, my favorite, G1 toy. This thing just looks imposing. Like, it's so... Oh, I'm so happy to have 6 Shot. So yeah, I got that. And then, we are reaching the end of the haul. We're at, the 2 actually kind of expensive things that I got. These are the things that I spent the most money on. So, for $70, this was actually the first thing I got when like, at the con. This was the first thing I ended up getting. I got a Robots in Disguise landfill. All he's missing is the little pistols for the individual robots, but he has everything else. He has all of the parts of the individual figures. He has all of their big weapons. He's just missing their little guns. But yeah, no, this thing is fantastic, and for $70, that's a great bang for your buck. If you can find them for around that price, that is fantastic. Yeah, no, this thing is definitely getting reviewed because this is just too cool. This thing is awesome. Then the last figure that I got. So, this is now the rarest thing in my collection. This has dethroned Siege Skywarp as the rarest item that I own, because for $140 I picked up a Botcon Shattered Glass Galvatron. I am so happy. This is my first Botcon toy, so this is my first experience with one of those figures. This thing is great. I absolutely love it. I've never had the Cybertron evac mold yet, so this was my first experience with that figure, and it's great. And this color scheme just pops so well. You know, he's got like the rotor spin button, and you've got the winch there. He is missing his cyber key, but that is all that's missing. He does have his missiles there. Yeah, the guy that was selling this was super nice. He was selling it for $160. I offered $140. He offered $150, and then I was considering it, and midway through me considering, he just decided, you know what, screw it, I'll go with $140. So yeah, I was able to get a Botcon Galvatron for $140. I believe only 1,800 copies of this toy are in existence. So yeah, this is the rarest thing that I own by far. This is just too cool. I love this so much, and I am going to take such good care of it. This is definitely getting a review. I am definitely reviewing this. There's no way I'm not. I've got to review it. Now let's go through the, I got a couple of things, literally a couple, it's two. I got two things that are not toys. So the first thing is, so I've had Armada Optimus Prime, the original, for a while, and I've always had the box with him too, because I got him sealed at TFCON in 2022. I brought the packaging for that figure to TFCON this year, and I got it signed by Aaron Archer, the designer of Armada Optimus Prime. So that's super cool. So I've got his signature on that box now. And then the finale. So I have had, for about half a year now, I have owned an original copy of Marvel's Transformers issue 5, which is the one with the Shockwave cover where "Are All Dead" is like scrawled onto the wall. And that issue, despite in addition to being the most iconic Transformers comic cover, was also the first issue that was fully written by Bob Budiansky. Hence why on all of his convention appearance billboards that are posted online, you always see Shockwave on those billboards, because that was the first issue that he wrote. So I ended up getting my copy of the Shockwave cover comic signed by Bob Budiansky, which is just so damn cool. Oh, I can't believe I have this. The comic itself cost me $3, the signature cost me $10. So I have a signed copy of this issue for $13, which is kind of insane. So yeah, this just makes me so happy. I can't believe I have this. But yeah, so that was my TFCON experience. Let me just back this up. That was my TFCON experience this year. Overall, this was definitely, out of the 3 that I've been to so far, this has been my personal favorite one. I think this has been the most successful one. You know, picked up a lot of stuff. Didn't actually spend nearly as much as I thought I was going to, so that's always good. Yeah, again, got a lot of good stuff. Went to some of the panels, which were really fun. Talked to a lot of people. So, yeah, overall, I had a blast. I could not be happier with how this experience went. It was so much fun, and yeah, I will definitely be going again, many times in the future. Yeah, so with that said, that has been my experience with the TFCON Toronto 2024. I went on the Saturday, so that was July 12th. And there's no way that I can, actually July 13th, sorry. There is no way that I can make this mouthful any longer, but you do know how I like to do these mouthfuls at the end. It's difficult to turn a location into a mouthful, okay? It's easier to do it with like a copyrighted item, because you just say all the copyright labels, right? So it just makes it easier. But you're probably bored of hearing me yap, so I'll cut it off right there, and see you on the flip side.